what do you think triggers conflict in friendships?
Kutoelewana, for one.
Yeah, unmet expectations. Like either they have been unspoken by the party that is feeling aggrieved. So I have expectations of this friendship. I have not voiced them. So when they're not met, I feel aggrieved.
Your level of self-awareness could cause conflict in a relationship.
We disagree deeply, intensely, almost not daily, but frequently.
Oh, really?
Because I think we perceive things
Very differently.
But I also feel like we disagree very intensely on matters that we feel very opinionated about. I wish I had an example, like of something that we don't see eye to eye that I know I have since just stopped.
We can talk about Rao.
Like when Rao passed on, RISPA felt like this is actually really, really monumental in Kenya, and like it's something that we need to. So actually, we were discussing whether we should put up the episode on that particular Sunday and stuff like that. And she actually felt like even if this thing hasn't affected you personally or deeply, it's like the legacy of this man should be honored, whether it's by word or by silence. Kusema tu kweli, wacha nisiwadanganye. Mimi personally, I'm not heavily affected by anything that is happening on a political level. Like to the point that it would cause me to change anything in my routine.
After Mimi, I don't know Rao. He's not personal to me. But I think the thing I felt that you guys did not appreciate, and you will call me tribal, but I think this is the dynamic that keeps playing out, is that empathy towards what this person meant for the rural community, for example.
What you felt that we did not meet, the expectation we did not meet, for me was not communicated.
I feel like the intensity that you are talking about it right now, for example, was not there, because I can go back all the way. Let me
His intensity.
No. This loud.
No.
Hi everyone, it's another chill Sunday on the Chillish Pod
Umetutrendisha.
Eh,
Na feel umetrend.
with
RISPA.
RISPA, Nelly and Susan. Missy feel nimetrend, guys.
Mimi nimetrend. Tunacheza 2.6k views. Hey, come on somebody.
Okay.
Come on somebody.
Thank you guys for joining us on
You
it.
know, put it into context. Imagine 2,600 people in a room. You know, that's
That's
thing
a lot of
we
people
are
actually. Yeah. Even 100 people.
Imagine.
Too many people.
400 people are following you on YouTube.
Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Welcome back to yet another episode of the Chillish Pod. We are very, very happy to have you guys here. As per usual, we are shooting at Sarova Panafric, who have been our partners for the Chillish Pod episodes. So today, I actually want to share a personal experience that I recently had. Maybe
That we are not hearing any less of.
like 2 weeks ago. I went on for work, but also on a short momcation that ended up being extended at Sarova White Sands. And guys, si hata nyinyi mliona ile siku tulikuwa kwa video call. Like the room was actually, I think I was pleasantly surprised because I've been at the coast maybe only 3 or 4 times. And this is the first time that I feel like I've really enjoyed.
Wait, say that again. You've gone to coast for 4 times.
My entire life. Just 3 or 4 times. This is the 4th time.
Nipatie pesa.
No, all my life.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's kidogo.
Oh, hey, I thought you meant that is kidogo. But anyway,
That's what I mean.
kidogo.
Kidogo.
So I had a beautiful experience at Sarova White Sands, and I think one of the things that really stood out for me, other than, so you see like how here they also have like a women-only wing, the Wangari Maathai wing. There's also a women-only wing there, because I was, for the first part of my trip, I was solo. Yeah. So
And
it was
the second part?
as my husband.
Okay. Mamcation. Was that a mamcation?
Mamcation indeed.
Nyinyi watu mko na tabia mbaya. So yeah, so they're like theirs is called at Sarova it's the Eve room. But it's still it's the Eve room. And let me tell you, like those like nilifika tu hivi, I'd forgotten my yoga mat.
That I was surprised also.
Imagine
I've never planned tell that they have a yoga. Even here they have a yoga.
Yeah, it was a pink yoga mat. Do you know, like it was a pink yoga mat on the table. There was a Michelle Obama book. Becoming. And then like honestly it was really, really good. But I was also really, really impressed by the staff and the food and whatnot. So okay, honestly, like unless someone else
And is that the couple's room called Adam and Eve?
How? Hold on, bro. How? How you? I'm saying, how? Like, talk to me, bro.
Is it? Guys, samaheni Rispa. Rispa ko too ready to get into conflict. So the next time you're actually at the coast and you are thinking about like a really, really nice place, I feel like they have a really, really good balance of like restaurants. Because also, oh my God, yes, there was so many restaurants. Like you're in Sarova, but like if you want to have Swahili food within Sarova White Sands, there's like a specific restaurant that does the cuisine. If you want to have, let's say, Asian cuisine, they have a really, really nice restaurant called Tai Chi. That's really, really nice. So I tried, but I've started loving sushi. FYI. Oh, it was so nice.
I'm happy.
You're happy, yeah. So honestly, nilikuwa so pleasantly surprised. I really, really love the experience.
Soon utakuwa bandwagon ya seafood.
Yes, they're giving you very, very food. 15 years. They had very good food and service. So yeah, next time kama tuko Mombasa na tunaenda girls trip.
Let's book.
Genuinely speaking, and it's not even, it was really, really nice. Anyway, I want to read some comments from last week's episode. But then guys, how are you guys feeling about last week's episode? Because
wanaona tutakosana.
Kuna reputation.
Yani, you know, there's someone who commented and said that mimi as long as tu msikosane mkose kutupea episodes ako tu sawa. Like nilimjibu nikamwambia, you know, this week already tried us. Tulikuwa tushaambiwa it already tried us. So I want to read a few comments because I really want us to get into, as you guys can already tell, today we want to really get into conflict resolution in friendships. Of course, judging from the last 2 episodes where we were a bit vulnerable just to share some of the conflicts or one of the major conflicts that we've had. So someone in the comment section, and thank you guys again, Aki, we really feel the love. Yes. The engagement is amazing. We really appreciate it. So Joy Gitahi says, take a shot every time Rispa says Mlini abandon. As in, how many times did you say tulikuwa abandon in that episode?
No. What did you tell Joy? What did you tell her?
Well, ukona evidence.
What did you tell her?
Ukona evidence. Next. Rachel says, every girl group has had a serious misunderstanding that had them apart for a while, but having the difficult conversation to reconcile was the missing piece to bring them back together. Therefore, most women have broken girl groups that could have lasted a very long time. I'm glad to see this difficult conversation happening for you guys, and I've personally learned a lot. I really felt that, kabisa, and I think it is actually really, really true that like just because the difficult conversation wasn't had, awatu bado wangekuwa friends, but the actual conflict resolution process
did not happen.
So Daisy, hi Daisy Njoroge, girl, thank you so much for this comment. You're the reason we're doing this episode. She said, such great conversations. Next, let's discuss conflict in friendships and how do we actually handle conflict in a healthy way. Which is what we are here to do. Muliongea tukaskiza, and we decided that we'll actually discuss conflict. So I think the first thing that I would actually, we are getting right into it. We're going to make this short and sweet. Rispa, I'm going to start with you. What do you think? Yeah, because
I'm the abandoned.
You're the abandoned. Kwanza sana sana because of it. What do you think triggers conflict in friendships?
Kutoelewana, for one.
Yeah.
And I think if I was to use our conflict and also the example that you gave, how when Kabera goes to your place right now, you don't perceive it as a you and her issue. It's just state of affairs.
Yeah.
But for me, in that instance, it was, this is coming from how she perceives me. So iyo kutoelewa the other person. So the person who I guess is the instigator of conflict, and then the one who is agree. The fact that both of you hamuelewani, that is one thing that causes disagreement.
So just genuine misunderstanding.
Yeah. And also not
That's sad.
knowing someone, and this has come up severally. Where you don't know this person enough to now give them that benefit of the doubt.
That's true. Okay. Yeah. All right. You?
I think for me, I'd mention unmet expectations. Like either they have been unspoken by the party that is feeling aggrieved. So I have expectations of this friendship. I have not voiced them. So when they're not met, I feel aggrieved. But also it could be I have voiced them, but they're just not being met
Yeah.
for whatever reason. So unmet expectations would be high for me.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, me too, ni baggage and trauma, background and baggage. No, genuinely, as in, because I think because of that, and also let me not just say baggage and trauma and baggage, but also your level of self-awareness could cause conflict in a relationship, because there are instances like now Aleon was telling you guys, I feel like right now we even know how to, like, you just look at a situation and you're just like, yeah, not engaging, not because you are like, yes, not because you don't value that person enough to address that in that, but you know, if you address that in that moment of, let's say, heat and whatever, so it's like you're just like, yeah, where like self-awareness is how I am right now and how I feel right now. If I engage right now, it won't go well. So I'd rather step back and maybe come and pick this conversation later, or find a better environment or a better time to have it. That's why I'm saying self-awareness, because sasa kitambo kama mimi nilikuwa na go off. Now I know this may not be the best time to address this. Or even how kama mimi kitambo pia I was, if I feel like we have an issue, we can't shelve it. We have to address it now. And if it's not dealt with now, I can't even dine with you. We can't do other things. Yeah, it's like we can't do other things.
Aki on your kweli.
Yeah.
If someone can tell you amekubo, like I did,
And we move on. Imagine we moved on.
Yeah.
And we will revisit.
it will come back.
Yeah.
Even if it's 2026 January.
It will still be revisited.
But we are still living like
the kitambo me would have just now like carried it, and now I would like meet you today and be like, I'm still feeling a certain type of way about what you said. So I think self-awareness comes into play. Okay, so how do you disagree? Like, I want to, and I think I don't want to ask how do you disagree, I want to ask how do we disagree, because I feel like we have context, many pieces of context or evidence of how maybe in the past, like how do you think disagreements are handled here? Maybe I'll start with you.
I think for me, I'd look at it in terms of conflict styles.
Yeah.
So speaking for myself, I think I have two conflict styles. One, I am the confronter, but I am also the peacemaker in certain instances. So I will be the one to point out, like, I'm very open to, let's discuss this particular issue. There's an issue, here's the issue. Let's confront it, let's address it. But I'm also not shy on, okay, discuss, tumenyamaziana, nini. So how are we coming back together?
Yeah.
So can we talk about the issue? Can we talk about, yes, we have fought, we have nyamaziana, so what is the way forward? So I think I carry those two, like they flip depending on the situation and depending on where I sit on the scale of, are you the aggrieved, are you the whatever. But I think based on the conflict styles that are there by people that have done research and whatnot, I don't think I'm the avoider or the overthinker or burying my head in the sand. I confront, but I also have a hand in peacemaking.
Okay, I'll come back to you because I have a follow-up question on that, but I'd like to hear, how do you think
we disagree deeply, intensely, almost not daily, but frequently.
Oh, really?
Because I think we perceive things
very differently. Yeah.
Very differently. And I think I'm learning it doesn't take from you that you perceive something differently from me. And I also don't have to be aligned with how you perceive that something, especially if it's not a very core thing, and make it affect then how I relate with you. That is something I'm learning.
Yeah.
So I feel like that is something I am learning in terms of how we disagree. But now, as for the kind of person I am in a disagreement, I feel like I also flip. There are people I will take it up with, and there are moments I will take it up sooner rather than later. There are other times I will just not even take it up at all.
Not
actually.
yeah. Okay.
And I think I also mull over things. I mull over issues. Yeah,
You
like
do.
we will talk about it. I'll go back, think,
Then come
think.
back again
Yeah,
with like
come
what?
back, process
And like
again.
I thought we
Like what? Again, go back. I do that a lot.
Yeah. Okay. I also agree. Like I think we disagree very intensely. Like I genuinely just feel we're intense people. Like the intensity of this podcast, even in itself,
Germany.
like we were supposed to be chill, guys. Like it's ish. Yeah. So I feel like we do in a disagreement in the past. In the past, I feel like I've been more avoidant than confrontational. But I'm learning to be confrontational, but still with a pinch of salt. Like I would rather just stukwe tu sawa, stupendane tu sasa hizi ni nini. Like I prefer not to have siku sina energy like the bad, let me know, in quotes, bad blood. Like I would rather I genuinely just prefer peace. Yeah. So it's
Blessed as the peacemakers.
See God.
They shall see God. Okay, so the follow-up question is, because we've disagreed, we don't disagree on things that are like core values, but I also feel like we disagree very intensely on matters that we feel very opinionated about.
Yeah, which is everything.
But I think we are very opinionated as individuals.
As individuals. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. It's not on core values. It is not that until now I do not, like whatever it is that we are disagreeing on will cause me not to be friends with you. However, it will cause me to feel so either angry or sikuelewi. Like, why would you think, why would you reason
Why would
like
you reason like that?
Msianze sai, tusianze. But the question is, and I want to hear, like, so for me, let me start with me. Like, is there room to never get to agreement? Because that's, So for me, I feel like now, yes, there, like I've allowed for, especially in our relationship, for me and Nelly to never agree on something.
Yeah. And it's fine.
And it's fine. Like, I'm just like, wewe fikiria tu venye utafikiria, madam. Matter of fact, hata siishi kwako. Si ati tutakuwa tunashinda. Tutakuwa tunashinda tukiongea history. And then now what I've also noticed is that when I realize that we absolutely cannot agree, I will rarely bring up that topic. Now that's been its own, I don't know whether it's still avoidance, a form of avoidance. I will not bring it up again.
Interesting.
Yeah, you guys, if you actually pay attention, you probably will pick it up. Like there are arguments or discussions that we have. Yeah, like we've had that we've not had again, me and you.
Because you were just like, we had such an intense fight about this issue, I'll never bring it up with her again.
Not that I will, like I will, actually. Like I won't, I already know your stance on it. Not that until now I want to come and find out whether you've changed. I'll probably check in after I notice. After I notice. Ama nione tu kuna signs that maybe this person has changed like their mind on it. But like as far as I'm concerned, you and I do not agree on this thing. And because I do not want it to keep coming up and coming up and coming up, because we clearly have two very different opinions on it, I just won't bring it up. As long as it is not
wisdom in that.
Yeah, like I won't just like Stashinda. I wish I had an example
of something that we do not see.
Yeah, like of something that we don't see eye to eye that I know I have since just stopped. Let's say
we can talk about Rao and politicians.
Yeah, that's
political.
Correct. So can we talk about
all the way, guys? It's about to get political.
Hi guys. So I've always been so big on goal setting because I genuinely feel like it has impacted my life positively. And I'm very structured about it. So I do it at the beginning of the year. But also my birthday is huge. So like I feel, especially because my birthday comes in between the year, I feel like I also take that as an opportunity to kind of like set goals. And I honestly, I swear by it. And I also swear by like the activities around goal setting. Some of them being like, of course, writing and journaling. Like, because Habakkuk 2:2, I'm a Christian, so I know like the Bible has specifically told us, put down your vision in writing, for it is for an appointed time, that even though it tarries, it will surely come to pass. And I really believe that, which is one of the reasons I also believe in vision boards. I've done them other than the past year because of motherhood. Past 2 years actually, motherhood and pregnancy, I haven't done it, but before I've always done a vision board, and I really believe in vision boarding because I've seen some of the things. I think, Crispa, are you the one who was telling me that my husband Newton was telling you how there's a strategic plan we made when I was in uni?
Yes. And how you have knocked them all off.
All of them.
And it's just there, like, we did this class together.
Imagine I was in second year. No. We attended a class. We attended actually that coaching class. It was like a 12-week thing. We did it. I was in second year. I think Newton had already finished school, but it was paid by church. And then part of the assignment was coming up with a vision board for the next 5 years, and everything on it.
Amemaliza.
Zote.
Down to getting a child.
Imagine. Yeah, so I'm a believer in it. I know, maybe you can tell us, do you know about vision boards, or do you believe in them?
I know about them. I've seen them on Pinterest. I have seen them with you even. You mentioned them a lot.
Yeah. We were supposed to have a vision board party at some point, but it backfired. Like for the families.
Yeah. Oh, really? It was for the families.
Yeah.
Hata ukumbuki.
Unaona vile ume check out. You Nelly?
We mentioned, and then this was just like
clocked out.
Not me.
Yeah. What about you?
I think we share the same ish. I know of them. I've wanted to do one.
Yeah.
But naanzia wapi? And then I associate vision boarding, like the physical thing of cutting and pasting, to manifesting.
Like CRISPR.
So for me, manifesting is just like, why are we putting it there to see? Okay,
work for it.
Yeah, like work for it. So I'm on the back end bit of it. Like, you don't have to cut a photo of a Subaru because I want a Subaru, and then I put it there, and then I'd be looking at that.
I know. I
already know I want a Subaru. So
you people are too logical. You're too logical. Listen, this December, I want to carry these two of my besties with me, and I want to introduce them to the world of vision boarding. And we figured, instead of doing it just the three of us or with our families, we really want to welcome our community. Season 1 of the Chilish Pod has been amazing. We have a tightly knit family of really exciting people. We love you people so much, and we thought, what a better way to connect with you guys than to hang out towards the end of the year, as we have, of course, food, good vibes, good music. So we are going to actually be hosting a brunch for the Chilish Pod community on the 7th of December at Sarova Panafric. Of course, it was going to be at Sarova. Of course, it was going to be here. The food is amazing, by the way.
It is.
Yeah. So we're going to be having a tiny little brunch, but also during the brunch, we are also going to be going through, like, reviewing what 2025 has been as a year for us, but also setting goals for 2026 together, using the wheel of life that we are going to be guiding you on. We'll have material. It's just going to be awesome. So if you'd like to hang out with us, and you also want to just banter with us, but also at the same time get to understand how you can set goals and be successful like Susan. You know, your vision board.
And also make new friends.
And also make new friends. Please make sure to click the link on the description box. We're going to put a link down below where you can actually register to become part of the branch on 7th of December. This is going to be a Sunday, so you people don't tell me you'll be at work. I know you're not working on Sunday.
After church activity.
Yeah. So we're going to be having it at Sarova Panafric, 7th December. Please click the link in the description box to become part of that exciting event.
Disclaimer, it's not just for ladies.
Oh yeah, by the way,
it's not a lady.
It's
men friendly.
It's men friendly.
Goals.
Yeah.
We leave everyone.
Even your children.
Yeah.
It's family friendly.
Yes, please. So make sure you register, and we can't wait to see you there. This could be, but I think it's authentic. Let's just talk about, because it's really, really recent. So Rao dies, but we won't get so much into details. Let's just get into what we disagreed on, like the political details.
Yes.
So, like, when Rao passed on, so let me update you guys. So we have like the WhatsApp group, right? So of course,
we have a couple.
Have a couple of WhatsApp groups. So the one where we discuss nonsensical and chill things. So we had, like, I don't even think I would call it a disagreement. I would call it a difference in opinion, where RISPA felt like this is actually really, really monumental in Kenya. And, like, it's something that we need to. So actually, we were discussing whether we should put up the episode on that particular Sunday and stuff like that. And she actually felt like, even if this thing hasn't affected you personally or deeply, like the legacy of this man should be honored, whether it's by word or by silence. So like yeah, and like she felt like, you know, I feel like you people need to rather, I think sijui kama ni you people, but like you people, yeah, recognize it and acknowledge that this is a loss or something of the sort, whether you'll say something about it or post about, but at least the acknowledgement. And my stance, I don't know what your stand was, but like my stance, for example, was kusema tu ukweli, wacha nisiwadanganye. Mimi personally, I'm not heavily affected by anything that is happening on a political level, like to the point that it would cause me to change anything in my routine or anything that I had, like, let's say, planned to do. I will be very respectful, for instance, like, and as I told you, I completely resonate with everyone who feels sad about it and who feels affected about it. But to me, I did not feel happy. I did not feel sad. I felt indifferent, like I do on most political issues, because I genuinely feel like politics for me is one of those areas where I feel powerless. Like, okay, not powerless really, but it's like I'm just indifferent. Let me not even over explain it. I'm just indifferent about it. Me, I'm just focusing on my life. Politics is not something I can engage in because it's not something I can control. So I think that is where the disagreement came in. So in my own opinion, I think I told you, babe, I completely get that this is what you feel, but I'm indifferent about it. So you guys make a decision whether you want to post about it or whether you want to comment about it. Because from where I sit, if I go according to my own judgment and feelings, I would not change anything in my routine or my schedule because this specific thing has happened. So maybe you can give your side of the...
So for me,
yeah, or actually
my stand was, I understand he was a great influence and leader in the country.
Yeah.
But his loss did not feel personal to me.
To me, exactly. I think you took the word.
It was,
sort of
yes, he did great things. He had great influence in the country. Politics will never be the same without Raila.
Yeah.
He did great things. He achieved great things. Was it a personal feeling? No, it was not a personal loss. The same way if any other monumental leader would die, it would be, yes, he achieved great things. It would not feel personal to me that he died. So for me, my stand was, let us schedule this video to go on Sunday. We do not have to post about it.
Be merry and
we don't have
about
to post
it.
the reel that we have uploaded the video. Let's upload it. Whoever is on YouTube will bump on the video and watch it. If whoever, if they want to. If they still want to focus on what's happening and watch the funeral services and whatnot, they will do that. But the video will have been uploaded and we will move on with our lives. I didn't feel the need to post a story or a post about the death and about the impact of the death to the country. I wouldn't, because it didn't feel personal. Again, I understood everything he did but it was not a personal impact to me.
I think then we were on the same spectrum.
So of course you were. And this is where I now came in. And I think, because Mimi, I don't know Raul. He's not personal to me. But I think the thing I felt that you guys did not appreciate, and you will call me tribal, but I think this is the dynamic that keeps playing out, is that empathy towards what this person meant for the Luo community, for example. Because, and I am Luo, you know?
Yeah.
I think the more I went through because when I started, actually, I wasn't very into it.
Yeah, affected.
But the more it continued, I was like, wait a minute. This guy has actually really been part and parcel of the Luo community as a people. Yeah. So there is Kenya as a nation. There is our communities. And I don't know why we always hesitate to talk about, I am Kikuyu, I am Luo. Anytime you bring it up, it's like, wewe ni tribal sana. But no, I think we can exist as communities in Kenya. Right?
Yeah.
So I felt really, the fact that you guys were just so laser,
unbothered.
I was like, wow. I really felt very unseen. And one of the things I even went and told Wahome, because again, my husband is also Kikuyu. And I guess because now we were in the same space, we had to come to a place of even him seeing how I don't affect Ati because najuana, but he may affect because of where I'm coming from. So we went through, like, we watched a couple of documentaries for him to just also appreciate, wait, what has this person done? Given, granted, the wrongdoings that granted, but he has also played a very significant role for laws, which I want to acknowledge. I won't be happy-go-lucky about it around you. You get? I am indifferent, but I'm not going to be all up in your face about my indifference. So I feel like that is the thing that I did not get from you guys, which really, it made me feel some type of way. Nitasema, I feel like I need more Luo friends. Because I was like, my closest circle doesn't have Luo friends. So maybe I need to change that. You know, I was really... man, actually.
Can I bring in a point there of now conflict triggers? Because from the situation as it is, what was the situation? You posted that we need to think about not posting the video on Sunday. You did not air anything to do with the affiliation you're feeling based on your tribal. So in my case, I would argue this way, Rispa. What you felt that we did not meet, the expectation we did not meet, for me was not communicated.
Can I counter that and say the fact that, and this is something I need us to actually ask, when a situation is that it is more important to one person in comparison to you, my position is always that let's prefer the person it is important to, regardless.
Okay.
That's usually my position.
Okay.
If something is you don't care about it and I care strongly about it, let us prefer you. We'll come back and deal with this situation later. But in the moment, let us prefer this person who is so concerned about this thing.
Rispa, can I add on this train of thought? I feel like the intensity that you are talking about it right now, for example, was not there, because I can go back all the way. Let me
His intensity.
No. This loud.
No,
the
guys,
context,
on
not
the
the
context.
intensity, the
No,
context
guys, on the
that
text
you brought
when
it
I
up
say,
on the text.
Let us not post it. How more intense should that be?
No,
When
it's
someone
not
has
about
made a request
intensity. It is
that
the
you don't care
context.
about.
The context of your heart now is different from the context of let's not post it. Because the reason you said not to post was a text you forwarded from someone who was talking, who was in the space of, I'm in the legal space, not legal, I'm in the media space,
But guys,
and
that
based
was
on
on
what
the
is
Chilish
happening.
pod. I went back to our pod, whatever, when I told you about my change of mind. That's where I narrated why I am saying we do not post.
But it had nothing, don't know, context. The context had nothing to do with what you are saying right now. The context you gave there was this man has had great influence in the country. Even if we do not agree, he's an enigma. He has done great things for the nation. So we need to respect his death. And we agreed. We said, okay.
I disagree.
But the context
of
the
what I'm picking up on is her version of what that respect or what that empathy would have looked like. I think is what we are saying, because you see, Rispa, there's offering an opinion and saying this is my opinion, and there is actually, let's say, communicating that, I mean, this is something I genuinely feel very deeply about. And as much as you and Nelly have voted that we post the video, I still disagree on posting the video. You know what you did when we said, sawa, let's post the video? You were like, thumbs up, then you went silent.
What more was that?
But it's because of what she had at the back of her head, of the context. Because the context of the heart, I don't think you are seeing. We understand, now I understand the whole, if someone is feeling strongly about it, let's not. But look at it from the context you presented in the group was not the personal heart based on the affiliation.
That's my question.
Everything
the fact that I communicate, this is my stand, this is how I feel about it, that should be enough, because you're indifferent. For me, I'm like, it's your indifference that caused you not to see my communication.
But then you say you should not
hold, you did not.
But my opinion though, Nelly, is you should not hold my indifference towards a political figure against me. Because you see, the same way you feel so deeply about it, it's as valid as how I feel nothing about it.
No, but that's you feel nothing about it.
Yeah, so you're expecting me to behave in a manner that suggests that I feel something about it
when I about the person.
But yes, I understand her context. It's think about it in terms of Rispa feels strongly about it. So because of Rispa, I will not. But what I'm also trying to make her see is you did not present the context that way. The context you presented was, I feel strongly about this because of his monumental change, the impact in the country.
Not because to me as a Luo.
Now as a Luo, I have sat back and I have realized this
might have our text. I literally narrated the whole history.
yeah, of him and his
For
email.
the Luo community, guys. Nikatumia mpaka documentary.
Rispa, tuko kwa
But
hii group
anyway,
moja.
guys, we are trying to do a conflict.
But this is exactly what this is
funny.
exactly the point, because now if you realize, like for me after that, I already picked up the moment to like a thumbs up. Like I was just like, fine, are you for it? Are you not against? Because for me, clear communication, because I think there is also room for, I'm the aggrieved party, yes, and I'm feeling emotional about this. I feel like where I feel like you did not, and where we missed that you felt so strongly about it, is genuinely like the way you communicated it was not as open as you're saying it right now, because I do not
very
say
different.
it's very different. Like to me, it was just
I'm
like,
not convinced.
no.
But it's
genuinely,
fine.
yeah, it
I'm
genuinely
not
was not
convinced, but it's
personal
fine.
to me. When you did the thumbs up, me, I was just like, this is a let's agree to disagree situation. I did not pick up on that you feel like mimi kama Rispa as a Luo. I felt that you lacked empathy for me as a Luo. I didn't get that. I felt
That wasn't.
yeah, that says there. It
That
was.
wasn't. Let me
This
not.
guy was monumental, nini, and I think we need to acknowledge that this and this is what he did for the Kenyan people. I did not
But
pick.
can I ask?
No,
Can I
Rispa,
ask
let me
if
finish.
this is-
Acha niongee. Hapana. Wewe acha niongee. Acha niongee. Wewe usiulize.
Let me
More
finish.
important.
Let me finish. If any part of mimi kama Rispa, I'm affected and I feel hurt by this, came out, we wouldn't have posted it.
My
That's what
question
I'm saying,
is-
because that did not come out. Like there's a difference between talking about, because we talk a lot about many matters on a general level. Like this, it's the same way tunasema, there are opinions I feel so strongly about that you do not feel strongly about, for example. But like I've never felt like in any given moment, like if any one of us says this thing is personal to me, that was ignored. I want you to go back to any other different situation outside of Rao, that something specifically is so deep and so personal for you that you feel it as a personal loss or even as a personal failure. I don't think we have a track record or have ever had even one situation where it's so clear that this person feels this thing so deeply and so personal, and that someone has just been like, but you're in a bother, so I don't need. Because if it actually came out that, because we talk about politics all the time and we agree and disagree on matters all the time, but like it never came out specifically in your text that you feel this as Rispa, who is also from the Luo community, and you're feeling that me and Nelly are not empathetic. I feel like when you're sending all those long messages, you should actually say that you guys actually have shown no empathy in this situation, and I feel this way about it.
As a Luo.
As a Luo, I feel this way about
Because you were talking
I'm
about
surprised
Rao
that my brain
as
is
a
not
Kenyan.
low enough.
No,
But Rispa, that's
No,
the
but
part
I
of
hear you.
communication where
No,
it is
I
not.
hear you guys.
the-
I
the-
hear
you did not
guys.
communicate the way you're communicating
Getting
right now. Because maybe
not
they were in your head. Probably you had talked about it with the home, or you were thinking about it in that context. But how you brought it out in the group, honestly
Honestly,
speaking,
for me,
it wasn't
I would
like that.
say that and I'm going to be a bit controversial. I feel like
Therapy.
I feel like because of your privilege, you lack that lens.
I
That
agree.
it has to be
I agree with that.
broken down for you.
I agree that, Rispa, but you also have to be cognizant. We have the privilege we did not ask for, and that is the privilege we were raised in. So the fact that you have to break it down for us and you feel a certain type of way about it, we also feel a certain type of way about it, that why don't you say and break it down? Because I genuinely do not understand. The privilege was not asked for. The privilege was given. I was born into the privilege of coming into the Kikuyu household that has been reigning of ever since. And the Luo community has felt a certain type of way, led by Raila, because of that privilege.
Not felt, experienced.
Experienced. So why don't you also extend the same as the aggrieved party? Yes, we have a privilege. Did we ask for it? Are we aware of it? No. Explain it to us who are privileged to also understand where you're coming from. Because that, you have an assumption, it is an assumption almost, of how we interpreted your message and how we reacted. So based on the assumption, you became hurt and you assumed we acted a certain type of way. But that was in your head. Honestly speaking, you did not convey that message to us.
Yeah.
And we cannot perceive it because, like you said, I agree. After seeing people's stories about Luos and Kikuyus and all that, I agree with it 100%. But you also have to understand we did not ask for this privilege. We were born into it. We are not aware we had this privilege until Raila died.
Well, let's not
No, the privilege
But
in
up
terms of
until
the
there,
lens we are looking at it.
Acha tuachie up tusiseme up until Raila died. Let's just stop.
Now,
Everything else you've said.
my stance is genuinely, this is one of the conversations. You see that when I was saying that one of those conversations that I would tap out and not try and engage further, because even to this point, I don't agree.
It's fine.
Yeah, like I don't
But
agree and I don't get
now
it.
you have
So in this,
shown the empathy, because
Yeah.
it's not about. I'm not trying to get you to agree, Susan. I'm not trying to get you to agree. I'm trying to be like, because you care less for it, consider the one who cares more for it.
babes, let me read you something because I have the text here. Because I am still, what I mean by I'm disagreeing is I'm
What are you
disagreeing.
disagreeing with?
I'm disagreeing on we did not show empathy then, because I feel like in the actual conversation that we had, there was empathy. My comment on the way I replied to you had empathy. After you wrote everything you wrote, I responded to you and I said, I hear you on this totally. I know it's your opinion and how you feel. First of all, that's what I said. And then I said, but honestly, Mimi, I don't share the same opinion. And in the spirit of holding space for each other, we should be able to accommodate our differences in opinion. To me, Nani and all the rest of them are just politicians, and I have no feelings about them other than indifference. But I also acknowledge, and this is what I said, that for many people, this has deeply affected them, and they don't have to feel or think like me. That's what I actually said. And Nkasema, if it were up to me, I would just proceed with normal programming because of my opinion. But I am open to going with what you and Nelly vote on about posting or not posting, missing a pressure about it. Like, I was not fixated. I actually responded in a way that said, Mimi si lazima nikuwe na the same opinion kama wewe, but I'm also cognizant that there are people who feel very deeply about it. I feel like in this moment, if you are trying to really get us to see it or to understand, for example, instead of saying, why are you saying other people? I, as RISPA, am actually affected, because even the way, I don't want to get into how the conversation initially started, but like we were bantering about it on a general level, and at no given point did I feel like the conversation came personal.
No, I came back and said it. I went all the way up, took that reply.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So you can't
and
say
no,
that.
I'm saying after you did it, it wasn't personal. It was still about his achievements and what he did for the community, what he did for the country,
For my
and stuff. But you did not say my community.
Because
You did
I
not.
need to say I am Luo, Rispa Onyango.
But
my
Rizka,
community,
you know
guys,
what?
come on.
I disagree with
Come
that.
on,
That
let's
is the
just go back to what Abera
I
was
disagree
saying.
with what you're saying. Ati, my name isn't my name Luo enough. That's an overgeneralization of how people should view things. We are now doing it's like we are supporting what are they, stereotypes. It's like my name should tell you something about me. It should.
It does. And
Other than
that is our reality.
It does.
It tells
But
us something
Rizka, not
about
every
who you
Luo
are.
feels the same way that you do, and not every Kikuyu feels the same way that I do. You are a Luo that feels the way that you do, but I could meet another Luo that doesn't feel the way that you do. So when you say that, am I not Luo
Did not
enough?
communicate well. That's the point.
Yeah.
So me, I'm arguing with what Susan is saying. That in me pointing the Luo community, in that I did not communicate me.
Yes, you didn't.
I don't agree.
Because not every Luo, not every Kikuyu, not every Kisii.
We zero in.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. In that moment, if I want to say that something has deeply affected me, this is what we're saying in terms of
She wouldn't say Kambas. She would say
me. I won't say Kambas. I will not say Kikuyus. I will say by the vile mnaongea hapa mjue mnaniaffect. Mi ni Mkikuyu, hizo vitu mnasema about wa Kikuyu mjue I feel a certain type of way about it. Because how many times do we say, oh, Kikuyus this, Kambas this, Luos this, and I never take it to heart. And if I do take it,
I proceed carefully with how I talk about.
But if I do take it to heart, Rispa, I feel like the responsibility of communication lies with me. They are aggrieved as well. Like I should communicate clearly that I am aggrieved.
Sawa.
Hey, guys, tulisema conflict ikarise.
Time is up.
So how have we de-escalated that situation?
So let us now. How did this happen? We were talking about, like, let's say, for example, examples of disagreement. So, like, anyway, so I hope you guys have seen, like, for example, that is one point.
Communication lies with the aggrieved.
I hope you're actually saying it honestly.
She will go mal over it.
She will go mal over it. Come back. Tutapata DM pale hivyo kwa
Yes.
group. Give it
Yes.
3 working
We
days.
are growing and learning.
Yeah. So I think, like, for example, what are some of the things we are taking in terms of what are the steps that should be taken? Number 1, to de-escalate the situation if it's really escalated, but also to resolve it. Like, let me start with RISPA. And I think you can even use that particular example because it's a live example. Like, in your own opinion, because that was a conflict at the moment, what are some of the practical ways if you or we could have...
Hii yenye tumetoka.
Yeah.
Si mmeniambia I was not healthy in how I addressed it. So do we want to really start with me?
Use other
Let me use
examples.
past experiences,
Yes.
please. I think one of the way we have, or I try to not escalate issues. I always, maybe not always, but I try not to use words I cannot take back.
Oh,
So I try not to label.
Mm.
I will not say you are stupid. I really try to not do that. I'm like, so that is one way I try not to escalate.
Or you're just a narcissist.
Exactly.
You know, those really...
And like, last episodes, I have tried to watch some, I was like, pretentious! You're pretentious! I'm just like, hey, madam. So I try
and she was saying she can't remember.
You called her pretentious. Later, towards the end of the episode, she called you pretentious.
Because she was calling me pretentious for not remembering. Then suddenly, I can't remember.
I hear
let's
you.
Pretentious.
Yeah. It's your nightly, because those words stay with someone.
Yeah.
They stay with you. So I just try not to use them.
Yeah. Okay. Can I add a spanner into the works? I also feel like, while I agree with that, and I fully agree, I fully agree with that, I feel like people who don't take words to heart can be blindsided in that regard. Like, you see, like, how for you words are really heavy for you.
But
So,
they're heavy for you as well.
no, I'm saying now, like, that's why I called it a spanner in the works. Like, you see, like, how words are heavy for you, so you'd be careful about how you're saying them, because there are also people who genuinely, like, anaweza sema kitu ya kukata na shoka hapa kubwa, na kesho hata ambiwe, hata akumbuki hata nini. Like, I feel like they would be blindsided in that way, because you've carried what that person said and called you, but like by the time they're even out the door, they've forgotten.
Can I dispute something?
Yeah.
And say, this is now something I struggle with millennials about.
Yeah.
We want to always have this or the other side. When you call someone pretentious, that is a terminal, like it's
an actual label.
It is a thing that exists. It is a viewing of someone.
Yeah.
So you cannot say, okay, fine, ujaibeba na uzito, so unani blindside ukiniambia, mimi kukuita pretentious, it was a big thing. Like, I think we need to agree that this is not either acceptable or it's not right. Let's just agree that it's not right. Even if you do it from a place of mimi, it is not right.
Wewe ulisema na ukatoka hapo,
Exactly.
but say right that you said it.
Yes.
Okay, I hear you. Okay, practical step 2. So amesema not saying words that you
will not take back.
Yeah.
For me, pause before you address. Pause. I do that a lot. I keep quiet first. You don't have to address the matter immediately. Pause, reflect before you say something. It will help you not say words you cannot take back.
Yeah.
But number 2, check your story. What was actually said versus what did you hear? You could have heard something that was not said. So check your story before you come accusing the other party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you?
I think for me, in terms of conflict resolution, one of the things that I feel like is also being aware of your own biases and the story that you have told yourself in your head about that particular situation or that particular person. Because I also feel like I have found, not in this friendship, but I have found myself in certain relationships or in situations where, because I already had a preconceived notion or a way I've been feeling about you. You see, like how you were saying, lately kuna venye tu tunakwaruzana, whatever. Like, because of how I've already been feeling about you for whatever reason, I'm already coming in on said conflicts now. Whatever has been happening. But now we are trying to address this particular conflict. I'm already coming into that conflict with a bias. So I feel, and this is really, really difficult. I think I'm saying it, but I think it's one of the hardest things, being able to actually like realize that you're coming into this situation with a preconceived notion or a bias that you already have, either about the situation or about the person. Case in point, the example we gave in the last episode about how I thought that you thought a particular way about it. You said that was a bias, like it was a preconceived or a bias I had towards you, which one had nothing to do with you because I was still in that phase of hawa nakwanga rich kids, sisi tunakwanga. So hiyo ni my own personal issues nina project into this particular situation. We do that a lot because you could be like going through even something in your own personal life that this particular person is triggering.
Because the big total time is up.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've done 3. What else could we leave?
So
So
only one last one I have is the storing up of soft moments.
okay.
This is like a precursor to the conflict.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you have enough soft moments between you, it will help you get to the other end. Not necessarily navigate, get to the other end.
Yeah.
Like, hata kama ni madogodhanio zita happen, there's a more likelihood that you will get to resolution if you have enough in your bank.
Yeah, when you sit and remember, actually, I like this thing.
Like,
This word is
at least
nice.
hata kama
Shirini.
you
Hivyo.
inakupatia, okay, let me think about this again.
Do I really want to end this
again,
friendship?
you know?
Yeah. I want to ask, before I ask one last question, I want to ask, I saw a lot of like comments on our Instagram page, one of them being like people even tagging each other like, guys, let's not even get into this. Like, what would you say? I want to, like, just for the 3 of us, Nelly, if you were like a fly in the room, okay, not a fly in the room, but like if you were in that room and this girl group, they were actually friends, but then something happened and like the group fell apart completely. And now they know that the only reason that they're no longer friends is because they've actually not sat down to talk about it. What would you want those people to know?
First of all, there's 2 sides. There's that you've kosanad and now you're not speaking because you didn't address the matter. But there's those in our comments who we know we have an issue, but let's not talk about the issue. Let's not go there. So for me, let's not talk about the issue. You will talk about it, whether it's 10 years from now, whether it's 50 next year, you will talk about it. So talk about it.
Now,
those who have kosanad because you can't talk about it, one of you has to be the bigger man. You just have to follow your child. Unfortunately, one of you has to be the confronter, confrontational person. Come and just tell people, sit down, let's address this issue.
DM these girls and tell them to help you in case you don't want to be the bigger person.
You
can DM them. They're good at confrontation and peacemaking.
Indeed, Rispa. And you, what would you say to them?
Proceed with caution. A slackten. I'm going to just
A
say
slackten.
enemy of the people.
Yeah.
Proceed with moderation. Like you can end any pole. You don't
Say
have to
lazima.
resolve everything
Today.
You can just start with but dial, you know.
And then go from there.
Yeah.
I think for me, one of the things that I would say is zoom out. Honestly, sometimes in the grand scheme of things, whatever it is that we are fighting about or disagreeing about or discussing, like in the grand scheme of things, the pros, for me, that's how I've even been looking at our own conflicts. Like the pros of being friends with you significantly outweigh all the, and you guys can see that we have very intense fights. Sasa kama sai tushaingia tu kule kwenye politics.
Hata tu ni disclaimer, si ati kusema we don't have other tribes in Kenya. We have 42 tribes, by the way. It's kama tu it is a low Kikuyu issue.
No, but it's because that's the representation.
No, we have a Kamba.
I'm
Kamba, by the way, for you guys who do not know.
Mention that.
Yeah, I'm cucumber, and you have Kisii blood. Yes, so there's
Huko.
She has huko ni hapa.
Yes, you know
But
what I mean.
Huko.
So we actually are a mix.
Yeah. So I feel like that I think that's something that has helped me in my relationships lately. Like I try to zoom out and see like in the grand scheme of things, hii kitu ni so monumental that now our entire like all the years or all the fun we could have and all the things we could do in life. And all the things we could achieve and do in life, like are now just going to die because Rispa and I fought about Rao. For example, I'm gonna go there, but like literally, because that's fresh.
Me bado niko 80% zoom.
Yeah. So I feel like every time I zoom out, even in like my own relationships, like even in marriage, like I zoom out and then I'm just like, yeah, not necessarily. So last thing. When do you know it is time to let go? Because I feel like as much as we are doing conflict.
Let me go very fast. One, energy shift. You always feel it one-sided. You live there feeling drained, unseen, and anxious constantly.
Okay.
I feel like it's done. Two, broken trust with repetitive patterns.
Okay.
So apologies start like, "But that's the way I am."
Yeah.
I feel like for me that's it's ending.
Mm.
Three, misaligned values, core values. I think just if the friendship is no longer fitting or serving the purpose, like it no longer fits to be friends with this person. It's nothing about something being wrong with you or her, just values have started being misaligned. Just it's time to let go. Number four, you've tried and it still hurts. The connection is now bringing you more pain than it is serving you in other areas. Like you've really, really tried, but it still hurts to be friends with this person. I'd say let it go. And the last point I had here is it doesn't have to be dramatic. Sometimes,
for sure.
the nini is just a quiet acceptance that the friendship is over. It doesn't have to be a dramatic end to the friendship. It's just accepting this friendship is dying, a very slow death, and you just let it go. But for me, those would be the four key things: energy shift, broken trust, repetitive patterns, misaligned values, and you've tried and it still hurts.
Yeah.
Just let it
For
go.
me, lack of accountability. Like every time in this particular scenario, it is always this person who is right and I'm always the one who is wrong. And there's no any form of taking accountability for how their actions, words, or attitudes could have contributed to the fight. And it's not just once. It's like, yani, for all the years we've been friends, you're always right. And no one else is wrong. Yeah, I mean, and no one else is right. Like you're the aggrieved one, you're the one we need to accommodate, you're the one we need to understand. Like that main character syndrome, like an inability to see and accommodate other people. I think for me, that's I would not proceed with a friendship where it's just like you're actually in an abusive relationship. If you're always the one who is wrong, that is completely abusive. Rispa does not believe in
letting go
of
friendship.
Yeah, unajua kuna mtu kwa comment. Yeah,
just talking on my behalf.
There's someone in the comment section. There's someone in the comment section I have made who said that Rispa just looks like that girl everyone wants to be around.
Isn't it true?
It is. Truly, it is. So guys, by the way, sijui atakuwa tumepanga kuresolve conflict kwa hii episode.
But I hope imewasaidia.
I hope mumeona that really, really big things. And hii hata si kubwa kuna zingine. But like genuinely, I feel like it was good in a way as much as we hadn't planned for you guys to actually see that.
Real time.
Yeah, in real time, for you guys to actually see, like for you guys to maintain friendship, it's not absent of conflict. Like there's a lot of conflict that goes into relationships. I think it's just that willingness, the benefit of doubt, and just again realizing that this is just one of the many things that we may or may not disagree about now or even in the near future. And I think loving your friends and loving your sisters or your brother enough to give them that benefit of doubt, or enough to allow them to feel a certain type of way, or for her to feel a certain type of way in this particular season, like making that space and room for each other is really, really important. So I really hope this was helpful. Yeah, sasa wacheni tuende therapy session sasa to finalize hii discussion. We will see you on the next episode of the Chilish Pod.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Tunapendana by the way.
Tuachane.